All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about this really cool idea called Apollo, and it's all about a simple but pretty brilliant question. How do you make sure the digital networks we all use, actually work the way they're supposed to? Not just by hoping for the best, but by using some seriously smart economics.
So, let's start with a big what if. What happens when the guardians of a network, the very folks meant to keep it safe, decide to go wild? Or, maybe they just get a little lazy. It sounds small, but in decentralized systems, that's a huge, huge problem. And it's exactly what we're going to unpack today.
All right, Section 1, Validators Gone Wild. This really gets to the heart of the problem, right? The core challenge that a system like Apollo was built to fix.
So, first things first, to really get this, we got to talk about validators. Just think of them like the load-bearing walls of a digital building. They're the ones who process transactions, secure the whole thing, and basically keep the lights on. I mean, they are absolutely essential. Without them, the entire structure just crumbles.
But what happens if one of those walls starts to crack? If a validator messes up, and it doesn't matter if they're being malicious or just, not doing their job, it's not just some tiny glitch. No way. It puts the entire network's integrity on the line. We're talking lost data, failed transactions, a complete and total breakdown of trust. It's a disaster.
So, how do you stop that from happening? Well, that brings us to Section 2, Apollo's Smart Solution. See, instead of just crossing your fingers and hoping everyone behaves, Apollo comes in and changes the rules of the game entirely.
And at the heart of it all is this idea called aligned incentives. It's a really clever way of thinking. Instead of writing a bunch of complicated rules to force people to be good, Apollo just makes being good the most profitable option. It sets things up so that the easiest way for a validator to make money is also the best thing for the entire network. It's about aligning their self-interests with everyone else's.
Okay, so how does it actually do that? How does it make good behavior profitable? That's Section 3, Stakes as Security Bonds. The whole secret is in how it uses a validator's own money.
Honestly, the best way to think about this is like a security deposit on an apartment, right? You put down that money to promise you won't trash the place. If you're a good tenant, you get it all back at the end. If you punch a hole on the wall, well, you can kiss that deposit goodbye. Apollo does the exact same thing, but for network validators. Let's just walk through how it works, step by step. First, a validator has to put up some of their own money to even play. That's their bond. Now, as long as they do their job right, everything's great. In fact, when they do a good job, they get their bond back and usually a nice little reward on top. But, and this is the whole point, if they mess up, that bond is gone, forfeited. There's a real immediate financial penalty for bad behavior. And this one simple trick makes a world of difference. I mean, look at the comparison. Without a system like Apollo, you're basically running on blind trust. It's risky, it's unpredictable, you're just hoping people do the right thing. But with Apollo, it's a different story. The system becomes reliable and accountable, not because of trust, but because of good old-fashioned rational self-interest. People behave well because it literally pays to do so.
And all of this brings us to the final and most important part, Section 4, why this creates trust. Because this isn't just about punishing bad guys, it's about building a system you can actually rely on, right from the very beginning.
And really, it all comes down to this one powerful phrase, skin in the game. It creates trust because every single person involved has something real, something valuable on the line. It's not just a pinky promise. It's a cold, hard financial stake that says, yeah, I'm going to do what I said I'd do.
So what's the payoff of having all this skin in the game? Well, for one, you get reliable network performance you can count on. You get real accountability where actions have consequences. And maybe most importantly, it takes this awesome idea of decentralized systems and makes them something you can actually depend on in the real world. So, if you're going to remember one thing from all this, let it be this. Apollo's idea is actually super simple. It just makes being good the most logical, rational choice you can make. That's it. It's simple, it's elegant, and it just plain works. And that kind of leaves us with a bigger question to think about, doesn't it? If we can use economics to make a digital network trustworthy, what other big, messy human systems could we fix with this same kind of thinking? I mean, think about it. What other problems could be solved by simply making it more profitable to do the right thing for everyone? It's a pretty powerful thought, and its potential goes way, way beyond just technology.